The air in St. Jakob Park, Basel was thick with tension, a palpable mix of hope and fear hanging over the stadium on that historic night of July 27, 2025. England and Spain, two titans of women's football, had battled for 120 minutes of grueling, heart-stopping action, but neither could find a winner. It all came down to the ultimate test of courage, a penalty shootout. The roar of the England fans, a sea of white and red, tried to lift their heroes one last time. Every kick, every save, every breath felt like it could decide the fate of a nation's dreams. This was more than just a game. It was a chance to make history. Then came the moment. Chloe Kelly, with the weight of expectation on her shoulders, stepped up to the penalty spot. The whistle blew. She took a steadying breath, and with a powerful, confident strike, she sent the ball flying into the top corner of the net. An explosion of pure joy erupted from the England players and fans. They had done it. Against all odds, against a magnificent Spanish team, the Lionesses were champions of Europe once again. Players collapsed to the turf in tears of relief and elation, while others sprinted towards Kelly, creating a jubilant pile of white shirts at the heart of the pitch. This incredible victory marked England's second consecutive European Championship title, an achievement that cements their place in football history. Following their famous triumph at Wembley in 2022, this win in Basel established Sarina Wiegman's team as a true dynasty. They became the first senior English football team, men's or women's, to win back-to-back major international tournaments. The celebration was not just for one victory, but for a period of sustained excellence that has redefined what is possible for English football on the world stage, inspiring millions back home. As Captain Leah Williamson lifted the shining trophy high into the Swiss night sky, the scene was one of utter jubilation. Confetti rained down, and the sound of three lions echoed around the stadium, sung with passion by thousands of travelling supporters. The players, draped in flags of St. George, danced and sang with the trophy, sharing precious moments with their families and the fans who had followed them every step of the way. This was the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and an unbreakable team spirit that had carried them through every challenge. The final was a captivating and fiercely contested match from the very first whistle, a tactical chess game played at breathtaking speed. Spain, looking to avenge their defeat in the 2023 World Cup final, dominated possession with their signature slick passing, controlling the tempo for large periods. England's defence, led by the steadfast Millie Bright and Leah Williamson, had to be at their absolute best, absorbing wave after wave of Spanish attacks. The tension was immense, as Spain registered 22 shots compared to England's 8, constantly probing for an opening in the resilient English backline. The breakthrough for Spain eventually came. Mariona Caldente, a constant threat throughout the game, found space in the box and met a perfect cross with a well-placed header. The Spanish fans erupted as the ball hit the back of the net, giving their team a deserved lead. For a moment, it felt as though the trophy might be slipping from England's grasp, but this Lionesses team, forged under the calm leadership of Sarina Wiegman, has proven time and again that they are never beaten. They refuse to let their heads drop and immediately set about finding a way back into the contest. England's equaliser arrived in the 57th minute, a goal born of pure determination. Chloe Kelly, who had been brought on as a substitute before halftime, provided a crucial spark. She delivered a pinpoint cross from the right wing, and Alessia Russo soared through the air to meet it. Her powerful header flew past the Spanish goalkeeper, sending the England supporters into raptures and levelling the score at 1-1. It was a classic Russo finish and a testament to the team's fighting spirit, shifting the momentum of the final at a critical moment. With the scores level, the game stretched into a nail-biting period of extra time. Legs were tiring and minds were weary, but both teams pushed for a winner. The most heart-stopping moment came when Spain's Salma Paraluelo found herself with a golden opportunity, somehow missing the target from just 2 yards out. The collective gasp from the crowd was deafening. It was a massive let-off for England and a sign that perhaps fate was on their side. As the final whistle of extra time blew, everyone knew this epic final would be decided by the lottery of a penalty shootout. The penalty shootout was a roller coaster of emotions, a true test of nerve for every player involved. It began with a setback for England as Beth Mead, usually so reliable, saw her opening penalty saved. The pressure immediately shifted onto England's young goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton. But instead of crumbling, Hampton rose to the occasion in spectacular fashion. She produced a stunning save to deny Mariona Caldente, Spain's goalscorer, immediately restoring parity and injecting a huge surge of belief back into the English side. It was a pivotal moment in the shootout. Hampton's heroics were not over. She had enjoyed a breakthrough tournament, and this was her crowning moment. As Spain's star midfielder Aitana Bonmati stepped up, Hampton stood tall. She read the direction of the shot perfectly, diving to her left to push the ball away for her second incredible save of the shootout. The England bench erupted, and the fans roared her name. Hampton had put her team in a commanding position, showcasing a maturity and composure far beyond her years on the biggest stage of all. Her performance in those few minutes was simply world-class. Of course, in any story of a penalty shootout victory, there must be a final hero to score the winning kick. For England, for the second major final in a row, that hero was Chloe Kelly. She had already overcome so much, having been dropped from the squad earlier in the year, only to fight her way back to become a key player. As she placed the ball on the spot, the entire stadium held its breath. With immense composure, she blasted her penalty into the top corner, leaving the goalkeeper with no chance and sealing England's historic victory in the most dramatic way possible. The shootout encapsulated the entire tournament for England, a story of resilience and individual brilliance when it mattered most. While Hampton and Kelly became the headline makers, the courage of every player who stepped up to take a penalty was immense. Even though Leah Williamson had her spot kick saved, the collective strength of the team shone through. Salma Paraluelo's miss for Spain, sending her effort wide, added to the drama before Kelly delivered the final decisive blow that confirmed the Lionesses as back-to-back European champions. This Euro 2025 triumph was not just a single moment of glory, it was the culmination of a difficult and challenging journey. Throughout the tournament, the Lionesses faced adversity and had to prove their doubters wrong time and time again. After a tough opening game against France, some questioned whether this team still had the magic of 2022. But they responded with incredible character, coming from behind to win a tense quarter-final against Sweden and scoring a last-minute winner in a nail-biting semi-final against Italy. This team was built on resilience. Their path to the final showed the depth and spirit of the squad. Players like Michelle Aguimang emerged as new stars, while established figures like Alicia Russo and Lauren James made crucial contributions. The tactical intelligence of manager Serena Wiegmann was on full display, particularly her game-changing decision to substitute Chloe Kelly into the final. Wiegmann has instilled an unbreakable belief in this group of players, and under her guidance, England has remarkably never lost a penalty shootout in 4 attempts. She has built a team that knows how to win, no matter the circumstances. The impact of this historic back-to-back victory on women's football in England cannot be overstated. The 2022 win inspired a generation, and this 2025 success will amplify that legacy, encouraging even more girls to play football, more fans to fill stadiums, and more investment into the domestic game. The Lionesses are more than just athletes. They are role models who have shown what can be achieved with talent, hard work, and determination. They have normalised success for women's football in England, making it a major force in the national sporting landscape. For the players themselves, this was the realisation of a dream. Many in the squad were part of the 2022 team, but winning again, and in such dramatic fashion, solidifies their legendary status. For newer players like Hannah Hampton, it was a career-defining tournament. As they celebrated on the pitch in Basel, surrounded by their teammates and families, it was clear this was more than just a trophy. It was a reward for a lifetime of sacrifice, a symbol of their incredible journey, and a promise of an even brighter future for the Lionesses and for women's football in England.